grab a pen and paper and something to bear down on, coming to a comfortable seat that can be in a chair with your feet grounded or on a bolster as I am with my dominant leg in front of my non-dominant, my right leg stronger than my left, seated up nice and tall on the sits bones. Grab your pen and paper and write down for me the 4 letters WOOP. Again, that's WOOP. Acronym for the type of visualization work we're going to do today, WOOP. Now, it sounds ridiculous, but this is visualization work that some of the top athletes use to overcome hurdles and to prepare them mentally for the pressure of going to the Olympics and big games. So I'd like to give you an example. One of my big wishes is to eat healthy, to not overeat sweets. And why do I have this wish? Well, there's 2 parts to that. I have this wish, number 1, because eating a lot of sugar causes dementia, and my grandmother had early onset dementia, and I don't wish to have that. And number 2, I want to look like a role model for all my clients. Obviously, I'm a fitness professional, and I want to continue to look the part to inspire people. So my wish is to eat healthy. And what's behind that wish? Why do I want to eat healthy? There's 2 parts for me: to not get dementia and to look like a role model for my clients. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes now. And I want you to state what your biggest wish is. What you think about, where your mind goes often. It may have to do with your health. It may have to do with your family. It may have to do with hobbies or passions, volunteering, work. I'll say that again: health, family, hobbies, passions, volunteering, or work. What is your biggest wish? I know it's come to mind by now. I want you to put pen to paper and write down that wish. Write down that wish. With that wish written down, I'd like you to write out why. So not only write down the wish and underline that wish a couple of times, and now give me 2 reasons why this wish is important to you. 2 valid, solid reasons, full sentences as to why this wish is important to you. I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you do that. Okay, I'd like you to read those 2 sentences aloud. Read your wish and read those 2 sentences aloud. You can pause me for a second and do that. Once you've done that, I'd like you to close your eyes and state that wish in your mind. State that wish in your mind. And remind yourself of those 2 reasons why you wish this into fruition. Let's let your eyes flutter back open. Okay, grab your pen and paper. Now, what are the obstacles? I know for me, the obstacles are stress, my emotions around family issues, time management, just not setting aside time to food prep so that I have healthy options to grab in between my busy work days. So for me, my obstacles are stress, emotions, and time management. What are your obstacles that are prohibiting you from bringing this wish to fruition? Write down at least 2 things, 2 to 5 things right now that are obstacles, things that are getting in the way of this wish. Give you another 15 seconds. Okay, you should have a couple of options there, a couple of obstacles that are prohibiting you from reaching this wish that you'd like to come to fruition. I'd like you to now close your eyes. I want you to visualize yourself in the situation where this obstacle is coming into play. So I would visualize myself eating a bunch of cookies because I was stressed about a deadline. And I'm going to actually visualize myself eating those cookies. I'm going to use my senses. How do they taste? How do they feel? How do they smell? And I'm going to let myself completely go there. Eat the cookies using all my senses. So I'd like you to see yourself going ahead, fully committing to these obstacles. And use all of your senses. I'm going to give you a full minute. I want you to explore a couple of those obstacles using your senses completely. All right, let your eyes flutter open. How was that? So part of overcoming obstacles is being honest with yourself that they will arise. And in visualizing yourself doing those things, you take that pressure off. You know that that's always an option. You always have that option. I always have the option to eat the box of cookies. But I'd like you to write down now, what is the outcome of you succumbing to these obstacles? What is the outcome of me eating all those cookies? Well, for me, the outcome is potential early onset dementia and not looking like a role model for my clients. So by doing these things, I'm not setting myself up to reach this wish that I have. So I'd like you now to write down the outcome of all of these obstacles and what it means if you completely let them drive your action. Basically, you'll be writing down that you aren't able to achieve that wish. So I'd like you now to think of 3 things you can do. 3 things. And this is where plan comes into play. So 3 things you can plan. So for me, it's having water on hand, making sure I have water by me with all meals, and I don't take more than 10 bites of food without 10 sips of water. It's cutting up vegetables or preparing a protein shake that's in the fridge. So those are 3 things that I can do. What are 3 things you can do that could bring you closer to this wish. 30 seconds to write them down. Okay, so you have your plan of action. I'd now like you to close your eyes and use all of your senses: taste, smell, touch, sight, and sound to visualize yourself doing one of these things. Taking the step. So I could visualize myself cutting up the cucumber, smell the cucumber, see the cucumber, hear myself chopping, feel the cucumber in my hands. I'd like you now for the next minute to visualize yourself doing one or two of these planned actions and use all 5 of your senses. Let your eyes flutter open. All right. Now it is time to close our practice. Quick recap. You can always come back to this. You can write out your wish each day. You can visualize yourself allowing yourself to succumb to these obstacles. In doing so, it kind of takes the temptation away because it's almost like you just did it, but you didn't. And you start to take action to move towards that wish. And the outcome will hopefully be you bringing that wish to fruition. But it does take action. It takes planning, small steps. I'd encourage you to visualize yourself using all 5 senses every day this week, taking one step in the direction towards your wish. Just one step. This literally could be 1 minute a day. I look forward to hearing from you what the outcome was. Great work.